the Week 7 casting of the replays for CTL. Joined here today by Zenador, Jahaviel, whatever you want to call him, Zenodactyl. How you doing, Zeno?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's morning, cold outside for some reason. I mean, it's not like cold, but I was expecting sunshine, I suppose.
Smashing. Got plenty of sleep though, yeah?
Yeah, I think sort
I
of.
think it was like 2 a.m. when we finished speaking last night, wasn't it?
Maybe when I stopped talking to you, I think I was
up a bit later than that still.
I may have been. I'm not entirely certain.
Okay. Well, Chobo Team League Week 7 is the last week of the group stages here before we head into the playoffs. Will be Psionic Aftermath versus All Inspiration. Let's get things underway with the first match here, shall we?
Yeah, one sec. Let me make sure all the notifications are up there.
Do we know if these guys... Oh, well, we'll find out, won't we? I don't think they use WCS for this.
Okay.
Are we ready to go?
One more second.
What I need to get a copy of the overlay that I can edit. Because the one I've got kind of has my name stuck on it.
Okay.
Sorry though. Right. Cool. Well, let's get things underway here then, shall we?
Yep.
So we'll start off with the first match here. This will be the gold bracket of the CTL week. So I'm just gonna put the chat so I can see what's happening. Okay, so let's get into the first game here. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, representing All Inspiration. Playing with the orange probes, it's Prevention.
And in the opposing corner, as the green Protoss, representing PsiX, it is Sweaty Heart.
Love that name, Sweaty Heart. Does that mean his heart is working all the time because he has so much love to give?
Aww.
Interesting early choice here from Sweaty Hearts, going for that PVZ star wall at the start on the natural. Do you think he confused the matchups, or do you think he's just been hit by adepts that many times to push the wall out a little bit?
Well, I feel like if he was worried about adepts, the wall would still be on the high ground.
I mean, there's definitely a worry there of proxies. You did see him just checking that third there with the probe. Was the probe? Let's stop.
I think, actually, his probe movement looks like he wanted to go 19 Nexus, but then he remembered he was playing PvP or something.
Yeah, that other probe stopped, and it didn't even stop on the Zelnaga Tower either. It was just shy. But okay, we'll send that forward to get the scout there. Does manage to throw down the second gateway that we would expect in a PvP here. Not sure if you got a bit confused. Has gone for the second gas as well.
I think players are just, gold versions of openings, right?
Yeah, well, no cybercore yet, right? I mean, everything goes a little bit slower in gold. We know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we let these guys off.
I think prevention is really bent on these hidden pylons and not getting much done with them.
No,
We're not really able to keep them up, I should say.
that's not a problem I ever have. Oh, you meant pylon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so hasn't gone for the full wall off here at the front, Sweaty Heart, but do see all. Thought that was going to be a Twilight Council for a moment, but no, he's changed his mind. It's going to be a Robo. And Robo already underway across the other side of the map, so it looks like we're going to have a Mortal Wars here. Both players opting to go for those early Stalkers. Not going to see any Adept shenanigans today.
Okay, so I think at this point, with Sweaty Heart being up a base and having about the same time on the Robo, it kind of slightly favors his position, but I don't know if he's really, like, this front wall is kind of vulnerable.
Front wall is a bit of prevention, as we know, is a little bit behind. I probably would have liked prevention to. I mean, knowing that he was going to be so late with that Nexus, maybe just chucking down an extra couple of gates, and then just go for the cancel the Robo, just get on with the Stalkers. But looks like we're going to see a slightly more protracted mid game here.
Okay, he does complete the wall now.
A couple of shield batteries on the back as well. So
yeah, I mean, a wall is a wall. I'm just not sure you want it in PvP.
no, I mean obviously, as I say, for the adepts early game, it is useful. But
wow, both players trying to get those blind pylons up, and neither finding any opening there.
I wonder if he actually meant to use that for warp-ins, or whether that was to try and deny a third. I'm not sure, but anyway.
I think it was off the location to deny a third.
Well, we do see prevention move out here now with a small force. Not going to group this up. Looks like they're going to venture off in different directions and attack piecemeal. 4 Stalkers here with a couple of shield batteries to defend 4 Sweaty Heart, but we do see Warpgate has now finished up, so he will have a wave of units to warp in here, and we do already see that double Robo in the back as well.
I think Sweaty Heart just needs to stay back, like he should.
Yeah, I mean he definitely should be engaging with the shield batteries there. I don't know. Pull back, Sweaty Heart. Oh, he lost that.
Yeah,
okay.
He did not need to move out.
No.
He was up on the where he had the faster Nexus, so if he just took that fight here, then he would have not lost his first 2 immortals, and then he would have 4 immortals right now, and then he could go punish.
Well, actually, I think the wall didn't help him there either, because it meant that they could just freely attack that construct, and he's going to rebuild it. I don't like this choice because, as we've just seen, as prevention starts to engage onto this, particularly when he's going for these very heavy kind of Robo style, immortal Stalkers, trying to funnel them through that small gap as prevention engages onto that wall. He's just going to keep losing and having to rebuild those structures.
Yeah. I think if you're going to have a low ground wall, quote unquote, it should really just be a choke, not actually a wall.
Yeah. Bit of protracted time here, supply blocked for Sweaty Heart. He just got so caught up in the engagement there that he didn't build any pylons.
Oh my. That is a bit of a problem.
A little bit, and we do once again see prevention now going to move out. And again with slightly bigger forces now this time. We've got 3 immortals there, a handful of Stalkers and the sentries. 2. I think he might pick up should pick up that observer there in just a moment.
Yeah, he seems to be reacting to it, but now he's given up. Oh, okay. There's the. Okay, that's why. He just switched to his observer that he was chasing it with.
Gave Sweaty Heart time to put down a third. The only thing I can imagine is he thought it was a Dark Templar flying a glider. Maybe?
Sure. Maybe. I mean, it's still good to pick off detection.
Yeah.
And I think he saw the observer with his own observer when they crossed. He just didn't have any army under it.
So it looks like he's... Is he going to close the wall with a pylon?
No, it's on. It's off a hex.
But that gap's not wide enough to get an immortal through. Oh, it is, okay.
No, it can't.
Oh, I was worried for a second there. Thought he'd actually...
That would have been very bad, yes.
Yeah, I thought he'd close... I've done it myself, where I put the two gateways together on the ramp, and then I realised I can't actually get my stalkers out, and I'm like, whoops.
Yeah.
Where that probe's going.
I think Sweaty Heart feels like he has to be the aggressor for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, this probe's just chilling out with his Vespene gas.
Just not. Yeah, he wants to put a proxy pylon down, and his third being faster means, and they're on relatively even supply. He doesn't have to force an engagement.
No. Well, a few more gateways have just landed in behind this force. Sweaty Heart is still on that immortal production here as well. We do now see a warp prism about to come out onto the map, but blink on the way here for prevention. And we've not seen a Twilight Council here just yet for Sweaty Heart, so he's going to be slightly behind on the tech side of things. But we do see that force now moving out. One mortal, strangely in a warp prism on his own.
He is up with +1 at least, so
Okay,
there is
Didn't we drop that immortal into? I don't know why that immortal's sitting in the warp prism, do you?
I don't know either.
No?
Okay, he lets it out.
It was just
That
a
makes more
lazy immortal, he didn't want to walk.
Yes.
Okay, so
No
well, a bit of a two-pronged attack here from Sweaty Heart. He is going to push up into that Stalker army there, and I think he's going to lose.
For prevention.
Yeah, but no warping off the warp prism. Was he? No, that was his pert. He missed the opportunity there. If he'd have warped in off that warp prism while he engaged at the front, he'd have
a lot of potential, but just not quite there.
And prevention will split off his army here. No, he will. Pull it all back. Let's just run the zealots to their death. He could obviously have picked those up in the warp prism, but it's scarier. Scarier to just run them forward. So prevention now here is on the way out with charge as well.
There's too much from prevention left standing. I don't like that he's still fighting here. He really should have gone home like 10 seconds ago.
Honestly, he could have done with just not moving out in all reality.
That's true. But I mean, he set up nicely. Like, he didn't have to take a fight, but he set up nicely with his warp prism positioning, and he had a lot of potential to actually get some damage done if he just committed to harassing and not actually taking an engagement.
Hold that thought, because prevention is now going to drop his own warp prism into the third of Sweaty Heart, and charge is just about to finish up here for prevention, so I expect to see a warp in of zealots here in just a moment, but hold that thought, because a few adepts have just found their way into the main of prevention. I think this is going to be a distraction which will slow down that warp in on Sweaty Heart's own third. I think he'll get most of his way. The shade will finish up.
Cleaned up eventually, though, and once they are, I fear the charge lots more than the adepts.
Yeah. Well, he was okay. He just wants to engage with those as well.
Oh,
so
he worked in adepts.
What?
Okay, well.
He's got blink. He's got charge. But he warped in adepts. Okay. I mean, Gold League heroes, right?
Yeah, totally. Okay, so Sweaty Heart does lose his Warp Prism. Actually, both of them lose their
Yeah,
Warp Prisms.
both lose their warp prisms there.
Uh, and this harass stage.
Well, the thing is, like, let's just look at this game here. Okay, so Prevention has Charge. He's got Blink. He's already got the Templar Archives. Storm is already halfway on the way here, and only now is Sweaty Heart putting down his own Twilight Council, and he's got 2
Oh my.
Stargates on the way.
Oh my.
So there is.
I mean, he has the supply advantage, but I feel like tech is more valuable, generally speaking.
I mean, Sweaty Heart does have +1/+1 here, which will help him a bit.
He has a healthy number of immortals, so as long as he doesn't get like bad force fields and like this fighting away from his shield batteries is a waste of his immortals.
I didn't even realize Prevention's even got Stargates, obviously because of the Void Ones. So how did Sweaty Heart get so far behind on tech? Where's... Oh, look at the banks. Okay, so Sweaty Heart just hasn't been spending his minerals.
That explains a lot.
And it looks like Prevention will clean this up. Just about.
Barely. Hopefully. Most likely.
So that does get pushed back while Sweaty Heart has successfully taken a 4th base, which Prevention knows nothing. No, he does know it's there. Okay.
Another thing about this wall is it actually means that his shield batteries cannot
can't reach the army. Yeah.
Yeah, precisely.
The shield batteries are there to repair the gateways, even though shield batteries don't automatically repair other structures except cannons.
Okay. That makes gold sense.
So we do see that warp prism once again now going to set itself up at the back of the 3rd. Not there, a bit closer. A bit closer. Come on, bring it in, Sweaty Heart. You're not going to have enough room to warp anything in there. No, it's just going to chill. Okay. It's going to chill. Meanwhile, back at home, we do see the 2nd warp prism. What? Okay, so a single Zealot warping in. Okay, a 2nd Zealot warping in.
Maybe his warp-in was on cooldown? I don't know.
So confused right now.
Or maybe he just wanted distraction?
Stalkers now.
Hey, 4-stalker warp-ins used to be a real viable thing once upon a time.
Yeah, and if we look back up at the main now, we do see another warp-in coming up here. So Prevention actually has got the bulk of his, in fact the whole of his army down on that 3rd base. A couple of Stalkers have
He is
warped in
taxing
here.
the multitasking of Prevention, so that is something, and it's buying him a lot of time for him to develop. Now, unfortunately, he's developing predominantly in resources, and he doesn't need to be developing in resources. He has 4,000 minerals. His issue is gas, and his issue is tech.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, looking at the bang of Sweaty Heart, he just needs to shut down like another 4 or 5 gateways and just mass zealots. Yeah,
I would like to see that. Much agreed. Just spend all your monies.
Spend all the monies. Because right now, I mean, the couple of things I see here, so the Warp Prism, right, I've seen it at least 3 times now. He's so quick to withdraw the Warp Prism, he actually cuts off his own warp-ins. Just on the fear of losing that Warp Prism. Whereas, and then, as you say, so many minerals. If he just got charged and then like a ton of zealots, like he could afford so many zealots right now. He could max out on zealots and then send them all in, they could all die, and then he could remax again.
Oh yeah, especially with these warp prisms, having 2 of them, if you were to have 10 warp-ins at one warp prism, 10 warp-ins at another warp prism, and a flood of warp prism zealots coming from the front. I mean, how does his opponent stop that without?
I mean, he's got the Twilight Council as well, but he hasn't bought any upgrades. Like, I would just love, like, I would so love to see here just charge, like, goddamn, charge a ton more gateways and just charge lots. Loads and loads of charge. And charge lots are so good against Stalkers, they're so good against Immortals. Like, they're quite tanky, like, even for like Void Rays and things like that, the Void Rays can't really deal with Zealots because they don't have the time to spool up.
He is getting carriers, and carriers will eat minerals, but they also cost a ton of gas.
Do cost a ton of gas, and I think there's just little things here, like look up at the, like, you've got a gas here with only 2 on, you've got one here with 5, and then on the same base you've got one with only 2.
Well, he is poking in now. He has his army split, and the army that is engaging is going to get cleaned up. The other army will probably deny this 4th. Yes, there it goes, and he gets the recall, which I agree with that, seeing as he has nothing to tank for his opponent's charge lots.
He did unfortunately lose one of the Immortals there, however.
He does get a warp-in of Adepts at the 3rd of Prevention, but that's going to get cleaned up, and Prevention is going to counterattack now. Army supply is actually significantly in favor of Prevention. So this is a pretty scary moment. Oh,
very much so. I mean, there's just not a lot of productions on the side of Sweaty Heart. He's only got 6 gateways, a couple of robos, a couple of stargates. Prevention hasn't got much more, but he's just been constantly producing units all the time. I think Sweaty Heart's going to have a really hard time cleaning this up. A few more Stalkers will warp in now off of the 3rd base here, and I think Prevention's where at the 5th down there.
Oh wow, Storm. I was not expecting that.
Oh yeah, he researched that ages ago. Yeah.
Okay, well this Immortal without Graviton Catapult is, Immortal, what am I saying? Carrier without Graviton Catapult is trying to get some work done, but it's out of interceptors, and there's nothing else on the ground for Sweaty Heart.
Sweaty's got no mines. All these probes just idling out here. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything Sweaty's going to do to turn this around now. Mentioned 63 supply. All of the production facilities there, pretty much going down except the ones up in the main. I mean,
storming carriers. That is not something you see every day.
No. I think the good thing, the one thing you can, when you storm a carrier, you do catch the interceptors as they fly out.
Okay.
They die.
Well, that's GG.
They die pretty quick. That is GG. Okay. I do like watching gold matches. I really do. I used to be a gold not so long ago. It's
there were some really good ideas from both players here. They just had issues getting them executed.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on from here. So that was first match did drop in favour of All Inspiration. I'm just looking down here. Second match would have been between Miguel and Nikos, but unfortunately Nikos was unavailable for his map. So that one went in favour of PsiX.
Alright.
So we'll move on to match number 3 here.
Sounds good.
Be on, I think, my favourite map of the current season, Catalyst LE.
The most standard of the maps.
Yes, because I can do All of my cheesy cheese. Cheesy cheese. Okay, let's get this
The
underway.
most standard of the maps for all the cheeses.
All the cheeses. Okay.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, just thinking back, I think in terms of economy, in terms of like basic opening, I think it like by the time of the first engagement, it was in favor of Sweaty Heart. Like we can't really critique. Oh, he has a late cyber, and oh, this one has a late gateway, and okay, well, they're gold. That's to be expected. But by the time that they were both having to fight, it was just a matter of taking a slightly better fight, and then having better production behind your economic lead.
So let's get these introductions underway here a second.
Oh yes.
I think we're about to see some cheese, so very quickly. In the lower right hand corner, playing with the blue probes, representing Psionic Aftermath, it's War Buffle.
And spawning in the top left hand corner of the map, the random player for Allin, it is Solus.
I like random players because random. So often when I go against a random player, it's it's going to be cheese. Already we see two SCVs just sitting.
That's why you cannon rush the random player.
Yeah, well, he's down in the third base there. We do see a proxy barracks already underway. And the War Buffle is probably wondering why he's been chasing the probe quite so much. Away
I don't know. I mean, I think everyone plays I think he thinks everything's normal because he saw the barracks and
he saw the barracks.
He didn't even check the gases.
When he couldn't because the SCV body blocked him, stopped him getting up.
I see.
And then the SCV.
Well, that's what mineral walking is for. But
yeah, but then he followed him across the map. Now you can see War Buffle is sending the probe back because he is suspicious that something weird is going on here.
Sure.
We'll
I mean, really, all he needs to do is check this. Oh well, he doesn't even get to check the natural. So that is very painful. He is very much in the dark now, and with the two racks on his side of the map,
it is going to be two proxy racks Reapers, and no wall off on the cliff here.
Yeah, this is
War Buffle. This could be really bad.
Yeah, it can be held for sure. He has a gateway, another one almost finished. Or no, that's a Stargate.
That's a Stargate.
I guess.
And
Stargate
he could chrono out an Oracle.
Better because it's Reapers. Yeah, so if he chronos an Oracle and keeps it on his side of the map, that'll be great. But
these Reapers
he needs to buy time.
Already here, and he has got nothing at home to defend this. He's got the one Stalker, and that one Stalker is way out of position as well.
All he needs is the probes and the Stalker to buy himself enough time for the Oracle. Once the Oracle is out, that basically, I mean, what are Reapers going to do about a flying unit?
Nothing. Ignore it and go for the probes. To be fair, I think the Solus probably could have committed a bit more to the aggression there than he did.
Sure.
If he'd have just kind of gone in behind the middle line, started gunning away at those, but he kind of...
That's true. There was no, pseudo wall to block out the,
No, and then, even now he's still picking away at that pylon.
Yeah.
So many shots he's gone into that pylon that he could have used on the probes here. Oracle is out of energy.
Yeah, that is actually a bit of a problem.
He's not.
He does have the Stalker.
He's just started another one.
Okay. Well, he does finally spot the proxy. Not that he needed to at this point.
No. So these 5 going to come up here. They're going to kill that stalker fairly easily here. I don't think
Yeah,
they'll
this
even...
is not looking good for Warbuff.
No. Oh, nicely done though, getting the stalker back to the shield badge there. I thought they was a goner with that. Actually, that Oracle back up there did manage to clean that up. So I think Solus is going to have to change pace now. He's got 2 Oracles, Stalker there with the 2 shield badges. Actually, I don't think there's a lot more Solus can do here with this proxy. Indeed, he has.
So sure. Oh, okay. There's the lift.
He cancelled the Reapers. He's going to pull that back. Once he's got the 2 Oracles up there, he's got the shield batteries. Haven't managed to catch that Stalker. He's got to pull out of there. Absolutely got to pull out there. Trying to do anything more than that would be a disaster.
Well, he is going to try with what he has left while he is transitioning behind this. He will get at least a probe, so that's something. I'd like him to keep at least 1 Reaper alive so he can scout later.
Oh! I thought he was going to push back in there. Well, he will manage to pull out the 2 Reapers there without losing those, and Command Center has finished up, so it looks like Solus is going to move that expansion down onto the low ground there in just a moment. This Oracle
is actually doing some damage. It got
he's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, basically shutting down the production of this command center. That's great.
Oh yeah, he blocked the command center. He also managed to take up the missile turret that he'd started building.
Oh wow.
Yeah, out of energy, just going to pull that out there now. Oh. What is Solus going to do from here? I mean, how many probes did he get in the end? 17, so...
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic position for Orbuff. He just needs, like... Okay, he's getting 3 more gateways, so with that, once that completes, he could potentially... deny any expansion potential for
cancelled
Solus.
The missile turret again with that Oracle.
Wow.
Oh my days. And again.
Very annoying Oracle.
And I think he will just manage to get that out of there without losing it to the Marine. SCV finally. 3rd SCV will finally now manage to get in. Rebuild that. Finish building that one there. I was going to say, look at the loss tab here. Okay, we're done. Well done. Shift and R is supposed to bring up a tab. I'm not doing it. Right, Shift and R. 17 probes to 12 Reapers. I don't think that's a good trade.
I mean, had he transitioned better, it would be okay, I guess. But yeah, no. More damage would definitely been.
He got a lot of probes, but it was over such a protracted period of time that Warbuff didn't really lose anything in terms of.
That's a very good point. It wasn't like he lost those 17 probes in the first engagement, really. He had to go in, pull out, go in, pull out.
Exactly. Oh, that rook was gonna die. Okay, so Cyclone's coming in now. So is Solus just I think Solus is just like kicking back at home, and he's pulled off the big book of Terran cheese here by the looks of things. Double reacted. I mean, look, he's got another 4 Cyclones on the way here now.
I don't think he. He doesn't have any stim, so his bio is just for show, I think.
Yeah, as I say, 4 more. Come on, finish. There we go. So I think he's just going to move out with this in a minute. But I mean, Warbuff does know about this. He's got the revelation down.
I think War Buffalo is having fun now.
I mean, this isn't going to do anything. It's too late.
He's producing
Way too
carriers.
late. Oh, he's not. He is. Oh dear. Graviton Catapult well underway here as well. And,
Stasis Ward will get set off by the Lone Reaper.
yeah. Not quite managed to get that second one down there. Just got to hold these back long enough to get the 2 carriers out.
There is a decent number of Cyclones, but as long as he stays by his shield batteries and buys time for his just his first carrier is all he needs.
Do you know what Solus needs to do now? We need to see a proxy battlecruiser. Just.
Why does it need to be proxy? They have teleport.
Just starport, proxy the fusion core for no reason.
Oh well, the fusion core proxying that could at least give you some.
And then just not even a lot of just one battlecruiser, just a single battlecruiser.
Okay, well, with 2 carriers being out now, I don't see the Cyclones getting enough damage. I mean, no, these aren't Stim Marines, so yeah, no. I was gonna say the Marines are a possibility, but they don't have Stim, so.
Solus could do damage with these here. It depends how good his micro is, because obviously the problem with the lock-on ability, if it locks onto interceptors, that's just going to be wasted. If you can micro them under the carriers and actually hit the carriers full on with the Cyclones, he will get a lot of value.
Do a lot of damage.
A lot of value. Solus has in fact pulled these back. And wait, what? He pulled back.
I think he has a bad rally.
Yeah, I think so. He's like, whoops, what
he realizes that before he loses those Cyclones, but
yeah. Well, Warbuffle going for the re-expand here now onto the left-hand side.
Yeah, I don't know why he expanded on the right. I mean, with the rocks, that was just always going to be more difficult.
He's still just building Cyclones. He is still just building Cyclones. What? What's the tech? You can't. No, this is too late. You can't be 12 and a half minutes. He's 12 and a half minutes into the game. You can't still be building Cyclones 12 and a half minutes into a PvT and expect to win.
I mean, he hasn't seen any robo units, and he never saw, and I don't think he saw the carriers until, well, now he must see them, surely.
I mean, if he hasn't seen them yet, he certainly will in a minute. He can't. He hasn't. There's been no armor upgrades. There's been no, like.
Oi.
What? 4 starports. What is he gonna do with 4 starports?
Mass Viking. Because that obviously answers the carriers.
This is mad. I mean, Warbuffle. Mothership just about to finish up here. Do you know what?
His third is complete, and I mean it's not on location yet, but he has at least denied Warbuffle from expanding. Warbuffle is supply capped, but he Mothership. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. It doesn't matter now. Do you know what? I want to see? What I really want to see now? I want to see Warbuffle just send the army forward, right? Send the mothership separately, okay?
Recall the have
back...
the army hit one location, then recall it with the mothership into the main.
Oh no, better than that. Recall back to the main and then offensive recall with the mothership.
Why do you need a recall back to the main?
Well, you don't have to, but yeah, you could just offensive recall. I was thinking to recall back to the main if the Terran player counterattacks.
I see. Yeah, sure. If they choose to.
Yeah. Well, third is going to go down here
I
once
think
again to these
Man,
cycles.
man, he cannot keep a third.
No.
He just keeps getting out positioned. It's as simple as that.
I think Solus knows about the mothership there as well. Pretty sure.
Really?
Pretty sure he saw the cloaked units on the edge of his field of vision.
Huh. Okay.
So we do see, what have we got? 5 Vikings out here now? We now have 8 Vikings on the way behind
Oh,
this.
it is indeed Mass Viking. I was joking. I mean, there is a certain logic to it. I don't know. I think you really needed.
You need
he
something.
needs at least 3 ravens in this composition if he's going to get anything done. He needs to
He missed with
an anti-armor missile and
every single one of those scouts missed.
Oh.
Oh dear. Thing is, look, what are we, 15, 16 minutes into the game here now. Cyclones aren't going to cut it. They're not going to cut it. Just managed to get that CC in for the cost of what, 6 Stalkers?
No, that's not bad. I think that's fine. He has carriers. He's kind of freeing supply that way anyway. So.
Oh yeah,
I can build more carriers.
That's what I mean. That was really good value. What, 6 Stalkers for a command center? Yes, please.
I think he lost some charge lots too. But I mean, what are minerals at this point? Or well, actually, the fact that he is only on 2 bases means minerals actually does still matter. So it's not.
I mean, it's
not as sweet as it could be.
He still had, or at least until just a second ago, a bigger economy than Solus. He's only literally just mined out the main. Admittedly, very inefficiently mining off his natural there with 21 probes against the required 8. Meanwhile, Solus in his main, he doesn't need those extra minerals. He's just going to let the patches sit there. Wait a second, what's this? What's he transitioning into now? So he's brought the.
Or Buffalo has decided that he is now the Zerg player and will take 2 expansions.
Hold on. So Solus has just lifted all of his Starports, moved them onto Tech Labs, and started building nothing.
Okay.
What am I missing?
I think he's gonna lose this base again. The Terran's setting up to hit it, and his army's out of position again because no spotter pylon or anything. Well, it's not gonna be for free this time, as he is going to engage on the army. Storm is done.
He's gonna lose everything. He's gonna lose everything. Buffalo is gonna completely clear this up.
He doesn't even lose the mothership.
God. Well, did I not say Cyclones are not a late game unit? They melted underneath those air units.
Oh man.
Volticus says that was stressful to watch in a bad way. Oh my god, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was.
No offense to either of the players there, but wow. Okay.
I mean, I think both of them were just so off-put by how the game opened that neither of them were entirely certain where to take the game.
No. Right, well let's move on to the diamond bracket now, shall we? So okay, so game number 4, again another walkover in favour of PsiX. So let's move on to game number 5. Oh, and I know Volticus is in chat here, so he's going to love watching us rip him apart in this game. You ready, Volticus? We're going to pick you apart.
I have a funny feeling he may be picking his opponent apart just with the way he plays.
He says try it. Come at me, bro. Yeah, what's the, is that a Nation Wars? Where'd you get the Nation Wars profiles from?
You'll have to ask him. I don't know.
Volticus, where'd you get the Nation Wars profile picture? Well, while I wait for him to answer, let's get the introductions underway here. Starting in the upper right-hand corner, playing with the green SCVs. For Psionic Aftermath, it's Volticus.
And as the teal Zerg for Allin, it is Ribeye.
So apparently you buy them off of Maturino. What the hell is Maturino? Google. Maturino.
Matrino is a crowdsource funding sort of. It's like how a lot of tournaments are paid for, or how sort of how the prize pools. It helps with prize pools for a lot of tournaments.
Okay. So Nation Wars, I take it, is alright. That's not too bad. What's that? $2.47 for a portrait. We can get the whole lot for $18.50.
Huh.
Okay, I'll come back and have a look at that. So
Tournament crowdsourcing website. There we go. A little bit cleaner of a statement than my fumbling.
tournament, yeah, thank you. Right, well, a bit more of a standard opening here. Ribeye going for that hatch gas pool. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we do astonishingly see the barracks into refinery to command center.
Yeah, very standard openings from both players.
I mean, makes a difference, right? So
there's a reason why things are standard.
Yeah. Well, double barracks on the way here for Volticus. It looks like we're going to see something more bio-focused from our Terran player here.
Yeah, this is looking like a 2-1-1 probably.
He's just going to go six barracks and throw loads of Reapers.
Volticus likes his drop play.
Don't do that. Yeah, it does look like it will be the 2-on-1. So we do see pick up some lings already? No. Okay, a single ling. Gonna move out here for some reason. I would have expected like 4 lings. What's the rest of the lings? Did he just forget to move out the other lings? There's like 1 here and then 2 in the natural. Okay. Right. Third expansion coming out here.
Guessing he wasn't sure where the Reaper was, so he kept 1 ling at home for. I don't understand why. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like if.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Just okay. Yeah.
Well, looks like it is indeed the 2-on-1 here from Volticus. Very nice pickup on that Overlord there with the first little batch of Marines.
At least the Overlord scouted everything before it died. So, Ribeye knows what he needs to know, I guess. He needs to adjust his Overlord positioning so that he can spot for all drop locations.
Well,
as that can be very deadly in the hands of.
He's done it again. He's done it again. He's just got a single Zergling.
Yeah, I think these are suicide lings, but I feel like it's a really strange path that he keeps taking. Like, what? Why do you just go up the center? You really, if you're going to suicide a ling like that.
Okay. Well, war now going down for Volticus. That double eBay with the single supply depot gate there. Or sorry, double supply depot gate there. So we'll probably see some +1/+1 on the way here, out here. Now, does Volticus tend to go for a 1-1 timing with his drops?
he certainly will follow up with that. I don't think it will. Yeah, he's probably gonna drop before the 1-1 completes. Yeah, there he's loading up now.
Oh, but only a
But
single
once
medivac
the
gonna go out.
oh,
Not
I
gonna.
guess he missed. He missed some.
He's got enough. He's got enough for
Yeah,
the double drop.
I don't know why he chose to do it this way. Maybe he felt that since he was scouted, he didn't want to
Okay,
risk.
no, he's just cleaning up the overlords. He's not going for
Yeah.
the drop. The drop.
Okay, so he's gonna wait for the 1-1 before he uses 4
Well,
medevac.
he hasn't started 1-1. But
Oh,
he does have a liberator on the way out here now. So where did the? Okay, it's still live. I mean, liberator is underway, so I suppose he's just gonna go for like a 3-prong attack. Get the liberator out, siege it up into, say, the natural. Then drop the third, drop the main, and watch all hell break loose, I guess.
yeah, something like that.
We'll not quite manage to pick up that one there. There is we wants to get some healing on that marine. That marine
Medevac
going.
is coming into the main, and it will stim, find itself some drones, a queen, and the Lings are going to come over now, and he's just going to pull out before any engagement is possible. Meanwhile, he's going to be scanning the creep and denying any Zerg vision on this top corridor of the map.
Do like this multiple attack though. He's gonna lose the liberator there to the queen. No.
Oh, he did a lot of damage.
Okay.
Even still.
So Voltica says that he left the second medevac at home to defend against an all-in. Because his opponent tends to open all-ins quite often. Opens quite all-in. And because he scouted the 2-1-1, he was open to attack. Okay. So that's why he didn't go for the double drop. Well, we do see the move out here now for Volticus. Only one, okay, no. Still, only 2 medivacs with this. So not going to be a lot of support for the Marines, and one of these already on quite low health as well. I'd like to see...
Good positioning on these siege tanks. It's really going to zone out.
Oh no! The Link's around! I think he, I'm not even sure who killed the tank there. I think it might have been, I think Volt might have killed his own tank.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
GG! Okay, so... Yeah, Voltica says that eBay is cheap. Yeah, but you never know where you're going to get, right? You could order a pair of shoes and that with a pair of fake sunglasses. Oh, he meant engineering base. Okay, never mind. Right. Okie dokie, let's look back at the series here. Okay, so at this point, Psionic Aftermath are leading 4 games to 1. Next match here would be between Snap XD and Tool. However, unfortunately, Tool was unable to attend, and it was a walkover again in favour of Psionic Aftermath. So that closes out the lower bracket matches there. Currently, with Psionic Aftermath leading 5 games to 1, which means we can move into the Ace series now, which will be between Sigil and Tech. So, look at the screen. Spoilers!
I didn't see anything.
I think I've mentioned this already. I few times in the Discord. But Blizzard have opened up the casting for WCS challenges,
Oh,
and they've actually let people apply to cast through their own Twitch channels.
oh wow.
And I've applied because why not?
Sure.
I think it'd be awesome. Anyway, let's get things underway here. I digress. So you never know, you might see me in a few weeks' time casting some pro games. Anyway, meanwhile, before we get to any pro games, let's get on the pro game we have right here. Spawning in the lower right hand corner, representing Allin with the yellow drones, it's Tech 4.
And in the top left-hand corner of the map, representing PsiX, it is the purple Zerg, Sigil.
Sigil or Sigil?
Well, there's only one consonant between the two I's, so assuming there's no irregular pronunciation, it should be Sigil. But it may be Sigil. I don't know how he chooses to pronounce it.
I mean, okay. it's Sigil. Okay, so hatch down here now from both players. Well, Tech 4 is a little bit quicker than Sigil here. Sigil, I mean, the hatch, the gas, and the spawning pool already underway for Tech 4 before Sigil even got his expansion down. Spawning pool, no gas. Are we gonna see some cheese here for this first match? I think we might. Though that pool is a little bit late.
Lingbane is just a common opening, regardless of how much he decides to commit to it. Actually, he's not mining any more gas.
Lord of Terrans, I love my new name. Wait, Sigil is Lord of Terrans? What?
No. I don't know.
Chat has confused me.
Yeah, I am confused as well. Wow, okay, that's a fast third from Sigil. He's
a super fast third. We do see the gas has finished.
It is in the back, so I mean, it won't be scouted or. I guess I don't mind it. I would have liked to see a faster gas if he was going to take that, but I guess with such a large rush distance, he felt that his opponent would be too aggressive, and he's.
Oh, look at all these slings coming out onto the map here for Tech 4. We are gonna see some aggression here from the yellow Zerg.
Yeah, I think Tech 4 just said, well, you're not expecting cheese because the map is so big, so if I just get a ton of Zerglings, or Speedlings, I don't think you're going to be able to hold this.
Oh, and he hasn't even waited for speed, he's gone straight in for the engage here. He's going to lose quite a few of these lings actually, but speed has now finished up, does manage to clean up those queens, and well, he's not going to hang around for the spine crawler. Why would he wait there?
Yeah, no sense in doing that.
We've got speed. Why would we wait for your stationary defense? Well, more and more lingers coming out onto the map here for Tech 4. He is fully committed to this all in. Can Sigil hold this off, or will it be GG?
I think there's too many lings. He's gonna lose this queen again, and with none of his
the spine crawler's going to do a fair bit of work here, but there's more lings coming across the map, and they just keep on coming. Spine crawler.
Sigil just doesn't have money. There's
I mean, if he can keep body blocking there, no, never mind.
like he had to mine at some point.
If he could have just kept that spine crawler alive, I think he may have held. It's not over yet.
No, it's not
Tech
over till it's
4
over, but this is...
is still producing links, but they're coming across...
Like, they are even on workers, but... I mean... The army is so lackluster, it's so hard to stabilize, even though there are only 4 lings in his base right now. There are more coming, and okay, he is going to tap out.
He is going to GG, okay. Okay. Alright, well, oh. Let's move on to game number 2. GG Sigil. I think Daunted has just let us know how to pronounce it. It is indeed Sigil. Because he's written GG, okay, but spelt it G-I-G-I. GG Sigil. Yeah. He does go by... So Lord of Terrans isn't Sigil, is he? I'm sure I haven't randomly completely missed the fact that he's changed his name. No? No. Okay. Well, let's get on with with the next game here. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, playing with the yellow drones, once again leading the series 1-0. All ins, Tech 4.
And in the opposing corner, as the purple Zerg, representing PsiX, it is Sigil.
I think it's pronounced Sigil.
Oh my goodness.
No, I think
Impossible!
Okay, well, Catalyst, very, very, very standard map here. Not going to see anything too shenanigan-y. Not going to see any shenanigans.
I think the shoe may be on the other foot now. As,
Well,
this time it is Sigil with the fast gas and pool.
Sigil has indeed gone for the gas and the first. He will be throwing down the second hatch there. Meanwhile, across the other side of the map, Tech 4 has indeed gone hatch first into gas pool. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot quicker for Sigil. It's just going to be a case of he's like, look at me, I can ling all in too. Watch. And then the third game we'll see a proper match. No? Okay. I'd love now. I haven't looked at the maps, but I'd love if the third map was just abiogenesis.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we're not going to see it. No macro games today. Both players go gas pool first.
It would be so like counterintuitive if both of them went gasless on a bio.
So, well, Sigil is droning up behind this. So,
yeah, he's putting a transition in for himself of some sort. He is going to get some damage done. He's denied the low ground from mining.
Oh, we see a binding list here for both players. So, not going to be a Ling all in for Sigil then. However, he might just Baneling all in? 2 base, all the Banelings, let's go. He's gone up to 23 workers, so looks like we're going to transition to something. Do you know what? I don't know why I bother. 14 lings on the production tab, no more drones.
So
why do I bother trying to predict
window.
Anything in a ZVZ?
This is true. Both of them can. Zerg can just change their decisions on a dime.
He's put
But
down. Has he put down a third hatchery?
it's a for show hatch. He doesn't want it. It doesn't mean anything to him. It's just to buy time so that he can defend with banelings. Yeah, there's the cancel.
That's going to cancel. Banelings.
Ooh.
Was a nice connection. Oh, that one not so much.
One baneling does survive and retreats onto the creep.
22 lings on the way here now for Sigil. This
Meanwhile,
is gonna be...
Tech 4 has lost a couple drones at his natural.
Yeah, I mean, Tech 4's got a lair just finished up here. He is not gonna be ready for the onslaught that Sigil is about to unleash. Things now. Just gonna.
There are 2 spines coming down, but they're a bit late. No banelings done yet. 2 just finished morphing, and they will help shoo away the lings, but...
Oh, nice connection with the baneling there. Couple of lings just going to pick away at the banelings that Tech 4 has down himself. Nice pickup, getting the spine crawlers down there as well.
And with all the banelings gone, Sigil is now allowed to press the issue. Bane wars are so hard to follow.
It is a dicey dance of death.
Okay, so Sigil is up in supply. Mostly that's in workers.
Tech 4 has a Spire finishing up here. I had not even seen that guy down while I was watching the Ling Wars. And commonly not so well known fact, but Zerglings and Banelings don't shoot up.
Oh, I didn't realize they shoot at all.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, that is a problem.
And it's a small problem, and we do see a Roach Warren about to finish up for Sigil, but I mean, guess what? Roaches also don't shoot up.
Oh my.
So these Mutalisks are...
Well, okay, these mutas are going to reveal themselves by picking off this Overlord, so that's going to give him time to put down Spore Crawlers. Well, actually, he doesn't... Oh, he does have a lair.
He does indeed. He does. Well,
so,
a couple of Spore Crawlers will go down, but only enough to cover mineral lines. And...
there's only 3 mutas so far. There's 2 more now, or... One more?
3 more in production.
Okay.
Still no Hydra Den yet for Sigil. No, I mean he's got a couple of Queens on the way out, but Spore Corridor will just manage to push those meters back. It looks like they're going to manage to
possibly get this queen, yeah, definitely
pick up
going
the
to get
Queen
this.
there, yeah.
I think that's really all they're going to accomplish. I mean, where is he going to find an opening for 3 mutas?
Well, he's got 6 meters now.
That's still a negligible force with Spore Crawler at the front like this.
No, but I mean he can just fly them around, deny the scouting, catch the overlords.
That's true.
Push the
At
supply
least
back
he'll.
a bit. However, that
At least he has math vision.
that's not what he wants to do with Mutas.
Oh, that's more than 6 mutas.
That's how many's he got there? He's got 8 Mutalisks, 7 Mutalisks, 6. No, still 7.
Okay.
He's got another 5 in production.
Well, Tech Force 3rd does just now complete, and he does have a Hydra Den.
He does have a Hydra Den, but 5 more meters on the way here for Tech 4. Grew Spine upgrade meanwhile in production.
I think he wants to go into Lurkers. Yeah, okay, there's the Lurker Den. So, he's hoping to buy as much time as he can with these mutas, and then get Lurkers to defend the ground. That's a scary composition, and it will require response from Sigil.
My Sigil hasn't scouted things. He doesn't know. Doesn't even know about the Hydrogen, I don't believe. That's a lot of mutas in the main there.
Yeah, the muta count has just been continuing to grow as Tech 4 has been.
Oh, so many of these Overlords gonna go down. Massively supply cap now is Sigil. Another one of those queens as well. It's just not looking good. Few of these Hydras do manage to come out to the map now, and pulling out those mutas was a bit premature there. I think Tech 4 could have continued to get a lot more damage done with it.
Well, as long as he keeps Sigil on his side of the map, these mutas, the goal of the mutas is to delay for lurkers. So, like, he just has to, like, as long as there is no infestation pit, as long as he keeps his opponent at home, this is an okay position for Tech 4. I mean, he's still down in supply, and the ground army really can't be stopped right now.
So it's interesting. So looking at Tech 4's third, okay, he is going to drone up now. But
yeah,
there was a lot of time there where he wasn't droning. That third base was not mining at all. I think he had he had 2 drones there. He was sitting on like 1,200 minerals. Sure.
Okay, so that's where the hiccup was in this. Why the supply is the way it is, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know if that was intentional or maybe he wanted to hold on to the minerals just in case he wanted to flood it into mutas. I'm not really sure. Not really sure.
I think he was just too busy microing that he forgot about the macro mechanic.
So he's going to come down and try and get the deny on this 4th base, and with no creep sped into that corner just yet, I think he might manage to do this before the Hydras arrive. Oh, a bit of a miss micro there. I think if we'd carried on focusing down the hatch, he'd have actually got that.
Yeah. He still has 7 mutas, but things are getting scary for Tech 4 as he did not transition properly behind the mutas.
No, he did not, and Muscular Augments has finished up now for Sigil as well, so those Hydras are going to have an easy time catching the meters on or off creep.
He still has the lurkers, and the lurkers are still very scary. As long as he maintains air superiority and picks off the detection for Sigil, he can win a fight. But
when Sigil knows about these lurkers now, he will pull back the army there, and I think he just wants to. There we go. Okay, so the lurkers have now come forward, and he can just dive on top of these.
That's Infestors are out, and that's going to spell doom for the mutas, but it will also mess up the. Well, okay, it doesn't matter when you have this much.
I like what he did there as well. He pulled back. He waited for the lurkers to lift. Wait for the lurkers to actually come forward to the spore crawler so he could have the vision. Because he didn't have any observers. Any overseers of his own. What he did have was that spore crawler there in the front, which I think Tech 4 didn't consider when he moved in. Nice engage here on the top side. Looks like the Hydras will get cleaned up by these roaches. No.
Hydra DPS too strong.
He does manage to push Sigil away. The reinforcements there just denying that long enough, but now we do see the bulk of the army has arrived here. +2 range attacks is up for Sigil as well, and these are gonna melt these units. And just let this army move straight into the natural base there. A couple of reinforcements coming around in the form of these roaches. Infested Terran go down. I think this is GG.
Yeah.
This is GG. There is nothing to defend here. Very well done. I think if Tech 4 had been a bit more careful with those Hydras, Like he should have pushed forward with the lurkers. He really just pushed forward with the rest of his army and let the lurkers sit back. That possibly would have been a different game there, but lost them to the again that spore crawler definitely the MVP in my mind.
Sure.
Well, let's get into game number 3 here. This will be the last game series here with myself and Xenodor. Okie dokie. Alright, well, let's get this underway. Spawning in the lower left hand corner, currently tied up 1-1 this series with the yellow drones. For Allin, it's Tech 4.
And in the top right hand corner of the map, as the purple Zerg, it is Sigil.
We need to get some intro music.
Oh.
I'll just sing at the top. Okay, what are these two players going to have in store for us here? Are we going to see something quick and cheesy? We're going to see some long protracted games with Broodlords. What have they got in store for us?
Well, both of them opening with a hatch, so I think both of them have decided that on the last game of the ace match, cheese is maybe not the opening they want to go, not the hill they want to die on.
Rubbish. You can still ling all in off of a hatch first.
And that is true.
I've seen it done. No, I think for anyone who's watched any pro games, it's something you see a lot from Koreans, where if they're in a best of series, they will put all of their eggs in one basket and go for a cheese, and they will live or die by that cheese. But certainly with the foreigners, the non-Koreans, we'll tend to see that in a knockout match of a best of series, they will tend to go for a more macro focused game. So a bit more standard. +1 ranged attack on the way out here for Tech 4.
I'm thinking he wants to skip straight to roaches. But I'm a little bit confused.
He's gonna knight his queens.
Ah.
He's gonna knight his queens.
Okay.
It's gotta be knight his queens. Why else go for the +1 ranged this early on? He hasn't got the lair. There's no roach run on the way.
Well, you need a lair for Nidus too.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
He can start it now that his queen is out. I don't know what Tech 4 is doing. It's a little bit out of my okay, there's the Roach Warren. That's some piece of information, I suppose. He's gonna lose a drone or two to these
he's got
effectively scouting.
He's got quite a lot of links here as well. He's not okay, so we do see another wave of drones coming.
Vigil is going to take his third as he gets his own. Oh, that's actually a Baneling nest. I thought it was a Roach one.
Nice. Okay. Well, link speed has finished up here for Sigil. You see 5 Banelings on the way out here now, which will more than enough to tidy up those lings. There we go. Very nice detonation with that first one there.
I think he just wants the fast. Yeah, I think this is going to be a Roach all in. Well, sort of all in. I mean, he just wants to hit with +1 Roaches as early as he can.
Well, +1's finished up and Roaches aren't ready. I don't I mean, I don't know if he's practiced this build a lot, but I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what he's doing now. I think
Timing's weird. I mean, if he'd moved out right then in that moment.
yeah, that would have made more sense. Blair is starting, which yeah, I mean, I guess he just wanted to cut the Baneling stage out of the game, but I don't feel like it gained him anything because he's not doing anything with his roach advantage, and
I am so confused right now. I've seen a lot of ZVZs. Like Snoot and Scarlet are my two favourite players in the world right now. So I've watched a lot of ZVZ and I've never seen something like this. I don't know what he is going for. If he'd have gone Nidus, but then there's not been many queens produced behind this. The third hatch is going to go down now. I mean, okay. I guess this was just a very, very safe defensive roach opening.
Yeah, I guess it's, I don't know. It's just not the normal positioning and way of getting there, but okay.
It's just weird. Okay, well, Sigil with his own +1 attack on the way here now for his roaches. Tech 4 opting to go for the +2.
Tech 4 is supply blocked as he did lose not one but two of his overlords.
Indeed. Sigil already well in advance with his economy there. That third base, I mean, not saturated, but the mining is certainly is underway, and the third base here for Tech 4 only just now finishing up. No drones ready here to transfer either. Burrow away for Sigil. Tech 4, sorry. Burrow.
Okay, so I guess the play has been +2 Burrow Roach attack.
Wait, both players have Goliath Constitution on the way here. I don't know, has he got Tunneling Claws queued up? This is Roach Warren. He hasn't queued up Tunneling Claws. Hydra Den coming out here now for Sigil. I'm really confused. Burrow just about to finish here. Global Reconstitution will more or less land at exactly the same time for these two players as well. Just, okay, so Tunneling Claws is now underway for Tech 4. Meanwhile, across the other side of the map, we see Screw Spines on the way for Sigil, who will now also be taking fourth base there. This fourth base actually unscouted by Tech 4 as he lost that Overlord earlier on to the Queens. It just seems really slow from Tech 4.
Yeah, I think it's just largely unpracticed.
Borderings is up. He's got his own Groove Spines underway now as well.
You should not be
fighting. He should not be fighting there, no. I mean, I get that he went for the +2 timing, but why didn't he wait for Tunneling Claws? It's only like, what, 10-15 seconds away?
He needs to like burrow right now.
Lost a lot of roaches there for not really anything.
Yeah, the Hydra's just put in so much work.
Okay, so well, Tunneling Claws has finished up here for Tech 4. He will now manage to scout out the fourth base, so he knows that Sigil has the economy advantage here, certainly, with that additional base. Looks like he's going to try and push down and take that with this squad of roaches, while a small group of roaches will move up onto the north side with their tunneling claws as well. See if they can get some economic damage done. Assuming they're going to move. Okay, so they're going to split off a few into the main, a few into the natural. Yeah, not managing to get. Oh, he lost all of those roaches in the fourth. My God. Well, he will unburrow these ones up in the main natural and the third. I mean, get a lot done here. What, 8 drones so far? 9.
I don't think that's worth losing his whole army at that stage of the game. And now he's going to lose his third even. So, this is just...
I mean, 21 drones, but Sigil is going to absolutely wreck him on the other side of the map. He has got not a lot here to defend. 20 of his own drones going down here now. And, well... Okay. I don't think Tech 4 can hold this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically justified how many drones he lost. And Sigil has cleaned up the army for the most part. He doesn't have much left, but that's okay. That's all he needs.
Yeah, GG, well played. Okay, well that was the last game of the series there. Psionic Aftermath taking that bracket 6-1 against All Inspiration. As we said earlier, that was the final week of the group stages for the Choma Team League. We will now be moving on to the playoffs, and Psionic Aftermath did in fact finish second in their bracket. My apologies. Yeah, sorry, did finish second in their group, so they do move on to the round of 6, and we'll be playing Born Gosu next week in the round of 6 there. So very much looking forward to that. For now, that's been all from us. That's been all from me. Thank you, Jehovah, for broadcasting.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, toodaloo.